Today, we're making dirty Irish potatoes. They're not dirty, they're not potatoes, and they're not even Irish. What they are is my version of a delicious coconut candy that's been a St. Patty's Day tradition here in Philadelphia for as long as I can remember. Now, I grew up in an Italian neighborhood, so it wasn't until high school when I made some Irish friends that I was actually first introduced to Orion's Irish potatoes. Now, most of the girls at school didn't just bring in Orion's potatoes. They also brought in their mom's homemade versions. And they were all very good. And they were all very sweet. Now, in my version, I take the original copycat recipe and add some salty smoked almonds. The original version is super easy with just a few basic ingredients. Butter and cream cheese for some luxury and body in the candy. Confectioner sugar, sweetened shredded coconut, and some vanilla for sweetness, and some cinnamon to roll them in. But in this dirty version, I add unsweetened cocoa to the coating and chopped almonds to the centers. And for the almonds, you could either use a natural unsalted variety like you'd find in most candies, or a smoked almond like I have here, if you're a fan of the whole sweet and salty thing. Now, to make them, just cream together the butter and sugar, make sure they're well softened. Add the vanilla. Now beat in the confectioner sugar a little at a time. Then toss in the shredded coconut and mix until it's well combined. Toss in those smoky, roasted chopped almonds and mix until the whole thing comes together into a sweet, salty conglomeration of deliciousness. Now, right out of the mixing bowl, you can see it has a pretty workable consistency, but I refrigerated mine for about 4 hours to make it, well, more workable. Now, in the meantime, sift together some cinnamon, unsweetened cocoa, and confectioner sugar. Give them a quick stir while they're in the bowl and set this aside until you're ready to make the candy. Now, use either a teaspoon or a small cookie scoop to form balls of the mixture that you can place onto a baking sheet. But before you roll them into the cinnamon cocoa mixture, you'll want to roll the balls into your hands to smooth the surface a bit so they don't pick up too much of the coating. Now, toss the balls a few at a time into the cinnamon cocoa mixture. Then I like to plunk them on a plate to knock off any excess coating. And once you're done coating them all, these Irish potatoes are ready to serve at your St. Patty's Day soiree. They're a delicious reinterpretation of a Philadelphia classic. They're not really Irish, they're not really potatoes, and they're certainly not dirty, but they are delicious, so I hope you'll give them a try. And if you'd like to print a copy of today's recipe, you could always visit my blog. And for new recipes every week, don't forget to subscribe. See you again soon!